Welcome to episode 6 of the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, Nico. And I have a new co host, guys. I have
What?
a new co host. His name is no longer just John, his name is Teflon John. For the people, please, Teflon John, introduce yourself.
What? I'm the same person as I was, last episode,
I don't think you're the same person, bro. I don't think
bro.
you're the
Like
same
we had this week was wild. We had a huge sell off, man. We have a lot of things to talk about. Um, but we're go ahead and get it started, bro.
All right. Well, first things first, we just want to thank everybody again. We're never going to stop thanking you guys for tuning in to the Trading Daddies podcast. We love each and every single episode. We love doing this. We love providing you guys with content. It may be helpful, it may be not. Some of you guys may think that we're just rambling idiots here, but you know what? We love doing this stuff. This is fun for us. This is extremely fun for us to get together to talk about. I think it's a passion, right?
Heck yeah.
Would you think that this is definitely a passion?
Well, you know what? When I teach trading, how to trade, I always tell that person, hey, if you want to learn this, you gotta breathe, eat, sleep stocks. Like you gotta sleep with it. First thing in the morning when I wake up, 5 in the morning, I think about stocks, what I'm gonna play, what my plans were. The entire day, I look at charts before I go to bed. I plan for the following day, and I think that's why I saw a great amount of success because of my work ethic when it comes to the stock market and trading. But yeah, eat, breathe, and sleep with stocks.
And
That's my
that's
motto.
that's something that you kind of instilled in me. I remember reaching out to John when I first wanted to learn about the market. Just like everybody else, I came into this thinking, oh, you know what? It's a set it and forget it, and it's gonna make me money no matter what. Dude, I love Dunkin' Donuts too. Teflon John is wearing a Dunkin' Donuts shirt.
Teflon John.
Teflon John. So I remember the first 3 weeks, right? So John and I would have these one-on-one sessions, and he would teach me the ins and outs, what he looks for, what charts look like, what they mean. That's what really matters, is what these charts mean, not to him, but just for the overall market and what it could mean to me. I would, and just like a little kid, right? You find this new toy and you want to keep playing with it and play with it and play with
Mhm.
it. I find that trading is not just a toy. It's starting to become like something I'm very passionate about. And I remember I would send John just random, random stocks that I would find on the brokerage account to see what his thoughts are. And he would he
Mhm.
would send me he would send me he would send me it's like he would text me back saying, "Hey guy, I just got a call from rehab." And I'm like, "Dude, what do you mean?" "Dude, they're looking for you because you're addicted."
I remember that, bro. It is addicting though. I don't know. There's so many components that make up trading. It's not about, yes, money is a tool. Money is the product and the after product, but you're learning about yourself and how you control discipline. If you're disciplined enough, first of all, are you honest to yourself? Is there the work ethic in there? There's so many components. I mean, I guess we can go all and on about this. So go ahead.
Right? And it's it's uh it's becoming more and more prevalent that this isn't for the faint of heart. You really have to put the work in. What I mean is, like just John said, you eat, sleep, and breathe stocks. That's what it is. You think about it constantly in your head. Like, what is it doing today? Where can I find um where can I find a position where I can definitely exploit to make gains, right?
Right.
But without the knowledge that you've shown me, without that kind of guidance, as I said in previous pods, it would be Whew, it will be extremely, extremely hard. One of the one of the one of the things that I've experienced, especially dude Thursday, one of the things that really caught me off guard and without your guidance, really, really messed with my head. Let's talk about the sell off.
Yeah, so let's talk about Thursday. Wednesday, the market hit an all-time high, right? And come Thursday, everyone got slapped.
We did. We really got slapped.
Everyone got slapped. I got
We
slapped.
got slapped.
Um, the sell off, really, there was no news
Mm-mm.
to back up the sell off. It was just tech companies were just overbought. That's it.
And I think the
You know,
news
we
came
look at
after, right?
charts. Huh?
The news came after the day. Like we saw the sell off and we thought it was just a dip like a normal day.
Hmm.
Because during the day you'll find you'll be watching the charts, you'll see a good 15-minute pop in the open or a drop, and then you hold on because the first 15 minutes are the most volatile,
Yep.
and you'll see go up high. And what I've learned is in order for stocks to go higher, they need to go lower,
Hmm.
right? That's the cycle. It's a
Yeah.
wave. Essentially,
Yep.
it's a wave, right? But we
Yep.
never saw the end of it. It was,
Yeah. We the past 2 3 weeks, I think we only experienced what 2 to 3 red days,
yeah, it was straight 8 days of
and they were
savagery.
small red days
Yeah,
too.
they were
Yeah,
tiny.
it was like 0.5% red,
Not that bad.
0.2% red. But Thursday was something else. It was 3%. So everyone got slapped. I mean, for the listeners, a 3% red day or a green day is huge. Okay. Um, we're talking about equities. We're talking about stocks, equities dipping into like 10 15% for a day. I'm not sure if you remember back in March, which, when the market, took a fat dump, we would have 10% days, 10% green or 10% red. So just imagine a 10%, S&P day, right? Like there were days when it would be 10% red, following day it'll bounce 10%, you know?
Yeah.
So just imagine American Airlines, for example, running 30% in one day or taking a dip 30% in one day. So just imagine, right? So you're on the edge of your seat. You're like, oh crap, like when is this going to stop? And
Damn.
it went on for a month. Yeah. So just imagine all the opportunities that that's right in front of you. So a 30% move, you can catch, if you buy like American Airlines first thing in the morning and it runs 30%, that's it. You're already up 30%.
Hmm.
So let's say if you shorted American Airlines, for example, again, first thing in the morning and it took a dump 30%, that's it. You're up 30%. How do you make 30% in like a few hours? Man,
You're done for the day.
just imagine
Yeah,
in one
in
day.
one day.
So,
And
some people's accounts, like they make that in a year,
yeah,
30%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine, like, for the people who don't know, short selling means.
So short selling, long story short, there you go. Long story short, shorting is basically you're betting on the stock that it's going to come down. It's the opposite of long. Long is when you're betting that the stock's going to go up. Completely different with a call. Well, it's pretty much a call or a put. Okay, but shorting is when you essentially you sell high and you buy low.
Yes,
There you go.
yes.
And then longing is you buying low and you sell high.
In theory,
Okay, and then whatever's the difference, that's what you collect as profit. Okay.
in theory, you could if you see a stock that's up one day and down one day, essentially you could play the same exact stock, but it's not really the case because we never know. Like the market, as we said before, the honey badger always wins, and the honey badger doesn't care about your feelings, and it only wants to do what it does. It's either up, down, sideways. Those are the three
Yeah.
ways that it wants to play.
Yeah, the right now when we were looking at the chart, Thursday was one of the worst days that we've had since June, I think like mid-June. A 3% red day overall across the markets. Tech led the sell off. Apple was down as much as like
Yeah.
10%. You know, how crazy is that? Like, when was the last time we saw Apple down 10%? Was like back in, I think,
Yeah.
March, when it was super volatile.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we're going to talk about yesterday, Friday, how the market was also down like 3% at one point, and it bounced back. Like, the dip got bought. So we got honey badgered on that one, because everyone thought that, you know, hey, just keep selling, selling,
Mm-hmm.
selling. And next thing you know, the market bounced back, and there was a technical bounce that happened there. Um, so for the folks who are chartists, you saw the bounce. It was perfectly at support. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that someday out in the future. So um, that's what happened with the past couple of days. It was a wild 2 days, and I think, just in my opinion, I think there's going to be more this week. There should be a slight red this Tuesday. Don't forget, Monday is a holiday, and the market's
Don't
closed.
trade. Don't trade on Monday.
Yeah.
If you're like me, you look at the market like it's crack. I will try, but you know what? You know, not gonna do it.
You know, I as much as I love, a 3-day weekend, I hate it, because now we're only going to have a
Yeah, I
4-day
know.
week.
I know. I
I
know.
hate it.
I
It's
know.
it's a short week, but mentally, I think it'll be better if you take that day off,
I think so
because
too.
this week, man, it was
No, we need
crazy.
this break, dude. Look, I had the roller coaster
An
of the week.
emotional week.
It was very emotional, dude. I didn't know how to.
Stomach.
It hurt. It hurt. It hurt, but at the same time, I'm good because week over week, I'm like up.
Oh,
Week
yeah.
over week, I'm up. Like it's not like I lost anything this week. But it's just it kind of did hurt, and it really scared me. Like let's not fake feel it. Um, Playing this game that we play is not, as we said before, it's really not for the faint of heart, because like the emotional roller coaster that you experience on a daily basis is frustrating, at the same time exhilarating, right? So for
Yeah.
example, what John said earlier, that we saw that sell off. Friday came and we were like, all right, it's just going to continue selling off, sell off, sell off, sell off, and it bounced.
And it did.
And when it bounced, like I was like, yeah, I was like, rally to me. I put the hat back on. I was like, yeah, we're going for a rally here. And most of the positions that lost really recovered. Like I remember
Yeah.
throughout yesterday, I was like, dude, I'm like, I texted you, I was like, dude, I'm down five.
Yeah.
I'm down $5,000, dude. Like, what do I do? And and then in my head, what really made me stick it out is John sent me John tagged me on an Instagram post. John tagged me on an Instagram post. That's what we do. What we do on a daily basis, we send stupid memes and we tag each other on trading on trading Instagrams. Just it's to remind ourselves of that there's we need to laugh through it all at the same time. There are lessons with what he's tagged me. The lesson that I learned yesterday was loss aversion.
There you go.
Loss aversion is when you're looking at your portfolio and it's a down day and you see your portfolio take a shit, right? For lack of a better word, it took a fucking crap. Excuse my French. I know we're not supposed to we're not supposed to cuss as much as we promise not to curse as much on the show, but let's just be real. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah.
And he tagged me on that after I sent him that message, like, dude, I'm down five. And he was like, all right, I tagged you on something. And I looked at it. And then it explained what loss aversion was. I mean, I felt it. I just didn't know how to put it in words. And
Yeah.
what it said is you're feeling that you've lost something, right? But if you look
Hmm.
at your portfolio, it's not really a loss because you're still in the position. This ties us back to episode 5 when John said that you really haven't lost any money until you sell, right? Because if we take the word itself, right? Security, securities, right? Anything that you invest your money in is a security. It has the
Mhm.
ability to appreciate and depreciate, right? And
Mhm.
especially if you're in a position that is a blue chip stock and it's like super, I mean, socially, how do you how would you put it? Like something that's not gonna dip that
Safe.
it's safe. Yeah, safe. I was
Yeah.
thank you. Safe. It's fairly safe, right? And you just see these sell-offs, and there's no rhyme or reason for the sell-off, just people wanted to take profit, and that's
Yeah.
normal, right? And we saw that profit taking means there's more shares out in the market for people to buy, and then there's more shares for people to buy, the price goes lower so that they entice the people to buy more. And that's what I did. I added to positions because I wanted to get a better average price.
Mhm.
And when it bounced, I'm back up to even and I'm still up for the week. So that right there,
Yeah.
loss aversion
Yeah.
is one of those things that whew, thank you for that, buddy.
And also think about how where you started and where your account is now. So loss aversion is when don't let one day ruin your entire year's work, right? Because eventually it'll bounce back. Okay. That's the keyword eventually, but there's no guarantee to that. So yes, Thursday was rough, Friday was rough, but it bounced back. But look at where you started. You're up. You're up a lot still. So
Mhm.
don't let Thursday ruin your entire year. That it messes with your emotions, right? It messes with your psychology and the way you look at the stock market. In the future,
Yeah.
and you're like, man, I don't think I can do this no more because of what happened Thursday.
Mhm.
No, Thursday will happen again eventually.
Yeah, but you have to be ready for
You
that.
just it's how you prepare
Mhm.
yourself because all week we were talking about, hey, the market's overbought, the market's overbought. Let's start hedging. Hedging is when you have your long positions, okay, your investments, you want to hedge it with, like, let's say a short or a put, okay? So just in case the market comes down, you get paid on your puts and your shorts. And yes, your account does take a hit, but stick to your mentality of long term, okay? Long term trader, long term investor, okay? So you take those profits from your shorts or your puts and you dump it back into your longs, okay? You average down or you cost average,
Mhm.
okay? That's what I was saying, and it's a win win, okay? It's a win win. So it was my fault. I didn't hedge Wednesday, even though we talked about it all week, and then we got caught. So Thursday, I really didn't trade Thursday. I did. I'll tell you my week right now. I took a 1.5 loss on Thursday. So overall for the week, Monday was 2100, Tuesday was minus 800, Wednesday was 1500. Thursday was I took a loss of 15, and Friday yesterday was a big day, 2600 over. Um, so overall for the week, positive 3900. And what I used for that money, that profit. So check this out. I bought 100 shares of GSK. Okay,
Glaxo, some
GlaxoSmithKline.
yeah.
Yep, GlaxoSmithKline. Yeah, I've seen their labels before. Their drugs are everywhere.
Legal
This,
drugs.
yeah, legal drugs. That's what I meant. It's a $100 billion market cap company. It's a pharmaceutical company, and this investment right here will be for the longer run. It pays out, I think, about 5%, 5-6%. I got to check back again. So this investment right here will pay me about 240, 250 a year in dividends, which is
Nice.
not bad.
No,
So I'm stashing that in my long account. So,
nice.
but how about you, my guy? So how was your week?
Uh let's see here. No, I mean it was a pretty crazy week for me. Um as we talked about, Zoom, that was the crown jewel of it all. Um Overall for the week, I am up 4,
Oh,
roughly
there you
around
go.
4, around 4K for the week. Um but I was up, dude. I was up,
Yeah, you were up a lot. Yeah,
up. I was up,
you were up a lot. Monday. Yeah.
Monday. Like
Yeah.
I doubled my whole portfolio, but because of the sell off, it
Thursday.
did
Yeah.
take a dump. Definitely took a
Mm-hmm.
dump. I cut off some positions that weren't even moving. I just didn't want to take the volatility.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my biggest loss, and this is what I'm like punching the air over, is DocuSign.
Ah, yes.
So extremely bullish on DocuSign coming into the week because of what seemed to work out for me. I bought it last Friday. I was up like 400% on DocuSign.
Yeah.
400% on DocuSign. The reason why I held on to DocuSign is because they were reporting earnings on Thursday. Now,
Yeah.
they reported great earnings on Thursday. Amazing earnings on Thursday, right? They beat. But with the sell off, it was part of that sell off and it kept on continuing on to Friday. So I ended up cutting that position. Um, at I lost like $100 off of that position, which is, I'm kicking the air right now. I know.
What
That's
was the
why that
profit?
loss
Yeah.
aversion thing, like when you sent that to me, it was after I cut that position. I was like, oh, ah. But you know what? Overall outlook on DocuSign, guys, it's a
I
buy
like
right
it.
now.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a buy. Like I'm still very bullish on DocuSign. That was my
Mm-hmm.
fault for cutting the position that early. I still had another week in the contract. I should have just stayed. But for right now, I think it's a buy right now. They don't really have any other competition, right? Verisign is one, and the other one's just
Mm-hmm.
Adobe. But
Mm-hmm.
damn near everybody uses DocuSign. All your documents that it's a stay-at-home play.
Yep.
Most of your documents are being signed through DocuSign,
Yep.
and this dip that we're seeing right now, I would highly suggest trying to find an entry point for a long position on DocuSign because they started trading what $80 in March,
No, I was looking at it. Was it 80 or 40? I'm not sure.
something low like that, and then it
Yeah,
shot up
yeah.
in like eight
They
months,
they ran.
right to 230. So because this dip right here is just a pause, it's a breather. It's just for everybody to find new entry points into your longer positions. This happened
Yeah,
in
yeah.
June too. This happened in
Yep.
June. I experienced something in June, but it's not as crazy. Like the first time I saw it in June, I was like, all right, cool. This is just a down day. But it reversed in a couple of days,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was the perfect storm, really, because we came into Monday with tech overbought, and I was expecting the cycle out of tech throughout that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it never happened.
Yeah.
And it happened on Thursday. So it's just imminent at that point. But I mean, I'm extremely happy with my performance for the week. I'm still up week over week. I'm still having a good September. I'm not
Nice.
really like stressing over it too much, but I think Teflon John wants to tell us the story why his new name is Teflon John.
Ah, Teflon John. All right, story time. Because every episode we have a story, right, to tell, and it's always a funny story. Okay, it's not. Someday we'll tell a sad story. Okay,
No, I think we tell sad stories when we say that we've lost on certain things.
those are really not sad stories. Um. Okay, so check this out. Thursday. Okay, so Thursday the sell off happened. At the end of the day. Okay, towards the end of the day, I was looking at positions to get into so I can sell it first thing in the morning because there's that dead cat bounce after a very hard day of like sell off, right?
Can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
For those who don't know what a dead cat bounce is, please explain.
So a dead cat bounce is, I mean, if you if you see the market that's been selling off, like for example, I'll use March as an example. Back in March, when we would have like crazy days, like 5% red days or 10% red days, the following day it somewhat like bounced. Okay, and you can catch that 2 to 3 or 4, 5%, you name it, whatever. You can catch that those gains first thing in the morning, because that's when the stocks are oversold, okay, because of the previous day's sell off. So what you want to do at this point is, if you have screen time, like if you're staring at your stocks on a screen, check out the RSI or the MACD or the moving averages. That's when you catch these plays, okay, when they're oversold. So long story short, when they're oversold, people tend to buy it and they tend to rush in, and then that's when you ride the wave on the
Mhm.
way up, right? So what I did Thursday, I looked into what's called the ticker symbol Okta, OKTA. Um,
When you say the words octa, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
it does, because so check this out. I was not paying attention. Okay, this is 12:55, Thursday before closing bell. I bought in for 50 shares, right? And I was like, all right, cool. We put in, this is a $10,000 trade. We're going to sell it first thing in the morning because Okta was down, I think, 12%. So I was hoping for the dead cat bounce to happen. I'm probably going to catch like 2 to 3% in profit, right?
Mhm.
Following morning. So market closed at night. That same night, I get an email from TD Ameritrade that says margin call, and I was like, margin call, like what the heck, like I have plenty of money in there. So I checked it out. I was like, wait, how do I owe that much? Like, so I hopped on my account. Go ahead.
Question: what's a margin call?
Margin call is when you don't have enough funds in your account, pretty much,
So
like
you owe
actual
your
cash.
broker?
Huh?
You owe
Yeah, I
your
owed my broker. Yeah. And I was like, wait, hold on. How do I have a margin call if I only have my Neo and my Tesla positions in that account, and I only have Okta, which is like $10,000, which is a decent position, but it's a usual position for me. Okay,
Mhm.
so I got on my TD Ameritrade, and I was like, I kid you not, bro. Like my heart dropped.
What
My
happened?
heart dropped because I saw that I have 250 shares of Okta valued at 50,000.
Wait,
I don't.
wait a minute, dude. Like, wait. Linda, listen,
Bro,
listen, Linda,
bro,
bro.
I was
So you wanted to buy 50.
I wanted to buy. Okay, I'll here. Let me tell you my story. So I'm on my Thinkorswim, which is owned by TD Ameritrade. By the way, this is what I use. Thinkorswim. That's a platform I use. So for the ones who use Thinkorswim, there's what's called on the side of your platform. There's these little windows, right? These tabs. I've been using Active Trader, right?
Yeah.
So you click on a button, and then it'll send the order automatically. And for some reason, I guess there was a lag. Okay, and I was not paying attention. It's clearly my fault for not paying attention. Okay, so I clicked on it. Order was sent. I don't know. I probably went to go get something to drink, came back, turned off the computer. 7 hours later, I get an email saying, check your account. So I checked my account. I logged in my TD, and it says 250 shares of Okta. And I was like, wow, where did this come from? And I checked my order history. I placed the order. So I I was not paying attention when I clicked on the active trader, and it just kept, I guess it had, I don't know. I put in 250 for some reason. I probably mistyped it. So here I am owning 250 shares. Well, I sold some really before market closed, but I was stuck with a $50,000 position, and I sent you the screenshot, and I
Yeah.
posted it in my Instagram. And this is all for real. Like I'm not playing with you guys. This is the biggest position I've ever been into. My biggest one was probably like 25 grand overnight.
Yeah.
50,000, Jesus Christ, like what the hell? Like, and on top of that, Nasdaq was selling off that night.
Yeah, it was.
Nasdaq was down like 1.5%, and I was like, "Oh my god, I did not sleep." You know, my dumb mistake would cost me thousands of dollars, which is so stupid because it was a click of a button. You know, if I lost a position, if I put in a trade and I didn't win the position, that's on me.
Yeah.
But me misclicking on a position, oh man, oh boy, oh boy. So there's more. Okay, so obviously I didn't sleep that night. Okay, I completely ignored the world. My wife was like, you know, she wanted to choke me. She was like, "Can you talk to me?" And I was like, "I'll talk to you tomorrow." Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's go to bed.
So usually what happens after the day's over with trading, John and I would go, we text all throughout the day because we want to like bounce ideas off of each other, not just because of
Right.
the market. I mean, we're running the podcast, right? We're trying to get a business started. Um, and for some reason, this fool was not responding to any messages. So you know what? I thought he was just busy with the kids. And then he texts me that night and he goes, "Bruh, I'm in too deep with Okta." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he sends me the screenshot and I go, "Bro, what?"
So for the folks who follow me on Instagram, the post that I posted had the position right, and then on top it says Nico Reyes. Bruh, how? How did you get into that position? I was like, me too. I don't even know. So long story short, that night I didn't sleep. I was like so stressed out because Nasdaq futures were down 1.5% at 1 a.m. Okay, I was up like 1 in the morning. Okay, and I was like, great. I did the calculations. You know, I might lose like between 2,500 to 4,000. Okay, all right, by market open 4 a.m. Okay, because I just did simple math. You know, like if Nasdaq is down 1.5%, I'll just multiply it by three. You know, I'd be down 5% by open, right?
Mhm, 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 mhm.
And so I was like, crap, like this is so dumb. Like this is the worst, mistake I've ever done when it comes to trading, right? Like a simple cost me thousands of dollars. But hey, you know what? Before I went to bed, I sent a prayer. I sent a prayer to I'm nothing against any of these religions, but I called on to Jesus, I called on to God, I called on to Allah and Shiva, Ganesh,
Everybody, everybody. He sends me a
everyone.
text. He sends me a text like, "Dude, are these all the gods?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? Are these all the gods?" Like, dude, I'm trying to find the right religion to get me out of this fucking hellhole.
Bro, like come on, like overnight you would lose 25 to 4 grand off of a misclick? How dumb is that?
And I go, "Dude, you're missing Buddha."
Or no, I tell okay, Buddha too, Buddha. Um I sent a prayer, okay? And I woke up, 4 in the morning. There you go. My account says Okta, you're down 2 grand. All right. How did I know that? Because I just did some basic math, right? And I was like, crap, like, oh my god, like, I'm down 2 grand. Let's look into this. How are we gonna trade this, John? So 4 in the morning, I was already up. I was staring at the charts, and there was a potential bounce.
Mhm.
And guess what? The market
It
bounced
did. It did.
by open.
It did.
And so here's the best part. Here's the best part. So that 2 grand unrealized loss became 400. Okay. Uh, When the market opened, actually Okta hit, I think 211 or 210.
It
I
did.
think 210 the highest, right?
It did.
So I was actually up $250.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Wow, Jesus Christ. Like someone answered my prayers over here.
I think all of them did.
I'm actually in the green.
I think all of them
So I
did.
was like, you know what? Yeah, no, but the market sold off as soon as I think the first 15 minutes it
Mhm.
was like choppy, it was up slightly, and it just took a dip from there, and that's when I cut my losses. So yesterday, I did took a $400 loss on Okta, which is like I'm so grateful for because I would rather take a $400 misclick over a 2,000 or $4,000 loss, which
True.
is dumb, right?
Very true.
And then that's when I started scalping. Scalping yesterday I did all scalps. I had about like 10 positions, so 10 stocks that I traded throughout the day. And scalping is when you get in and out of a position. It could be minutes, seconds. I don't know. It's basically a day trade. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in different terms. Um, I only had one loser. Okay, which was Cloudera, and I think I lost like $4 on it, and everything else just ran. Like I shorted all the tech stocks. I shorted DocuSign, CrowdStrike. I shorted Wayfair, Cloudera. Um, Etsy was one of them. Gosh, I pretty much I did a short and a long. Okay, and that's what's cool about it is when you have the if you have the funds in your account, take advantage of that, because this volatile move made me 2,600 in one day.
Yeah. And I
Right?
was on the phone with him, and he put me on FaceTime, and all I could hear was like, send order, send order, send order. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Um, Making money.
Yeah. So long story short, Okta, I lost 400 by the open, but I was able to recover all of that and plus some. I think I made overall, I think 450 off of Okta. So really $50 if you want to call it even. But scalping is not for everyone. I don't recommend scalping on a flat day. You want to scalp when there's volatility because you want to see some movement
Mm-hmm.
in the charts. But if the chart's flat, if the market's flat for the day, you cannot scalp. You have to be quick.
Would you would you scalp for trading challenges?
Oh heck yeah! Why not, dude? It's fun. Trading challenges? What kind of trading challenges we talking
All
about?
right, I'm just gonna say this right now. When I'm watching, when I'm scrolling at night, what I like to do is I like to learn different strategies. Right.
Yeah.
Besides what you've already taught me, I want to get um different strategies on what other people see so I can expand my horizon. And I bounce these
Mhm.
ideas off of John too. Like I tell him, hey, I watched this. And then he was like, and John goes, let's put this into practice and see what happens, right? What I see sometimes is like the clickbait is just crazy. The clickbait says, small account challenge. How can I turn $200 into 5 million bucks?
First off, yes, it is possible, but the chances of that happening is probably like 1% or less than
Dude,
1%.
slim to none.
Yeah.
Slim to none. And I get it. I get it. You want people to watch your videos, right? But what are you actually learning if you're the viewer, right? Or what is it that you're really trying to gain as the producer of the video, right? It's a whole bunch of snake oil, right? I'm a salesman by trade.
Hmm.
That's what I love doing. I love to sell, right? I'm married because I sold her the dream. You know what I mean? Um, but being a salesman doesn't really translate to being a great trader. You know what I mean? Right? Because you could sell as much snake oil as you can, but at the end of the day, what did you really sell? Snake oil, right? So when you see this is just my opinion, right? I mean, you could chime in too, bud. But if you see on Instagram or even on YouTube that there's these they're kids. They're kids who are turning um $1,000 or even like $200 into like 20 bands, right? The probability of that happening within the short time frame that they're saying that they did it is damn near impossible,
Yep.
right? um I just want to reiterate that trading is not, it's not easy. It is a skill that needs to be learned and you need to hone your craft, as with anything that that you want to be good at, it takes time. This doesn't happen by accident, right? I'm not the greatest trader. I make mistakes on a daily basis. On a daily basis. Like, I'm not good, right?
Damn, I just shared to you that I made a $50,000 mistake.
$50,000 mistake, right? We're not the best. We're not good at it. But what we like doing is we like talking about our week.
We like to talk crap. That's
We
what it
like to
is.
talk shit. We like to talk about how we look at the market and give you guys some real life experience or real life stories about what we did throughout the week. And it's not all glamorous. One day we will wake up in the morning and do like a trading blog, a trading vlog, and show you guys how not glamorous this is. Um, but be careful, guys. Like when you guys are scrolling, and I know what it is. It's a FOMO play. You see people making these like gains. You see people showing you guys the lifestyle that you guys want, but at the same time, just
Yep.
be mindful of what your true goals are, because what I've learned through sales is the incremental wins, right? The incremental wins add up to the overall experience, yeah, and the overall goal that you're really trying to achieve. So the small wins add up to one big major win, and then you start again with small goals. It's a rinse and repeat cycle, and that's what it is with trading too. So you really have to put in the work, and you really have to learn the ins and outs. I'm still learning every day. I'm pretty sure John is still learning too,
Oh yeah.
each and every day. And you need not only a group of people to be with you, but at the same time just to bounce off the ideas. And again, we have a free Discord. I just want to reiterate that we do have a free Discord. um we love to talk on the Discord. We bounce off ideas, and one of these days we're gonna have people from the Discord chat get on the pod and explain to you guys how it actually works. And it's not like we're not asking for anything. We just want you guys to join and have fun. We do have a special guest coming to us in a few minutes. Um, he is he's really cool. Like like my first interaction with him, he's really dope. I really do
Oh
like
yeah.
talking to him. He's validating my positions, which I'm really happy about. So a couple of things before we go on break, because once we go on break, this is we're gonna have the interview. John, what are your top five on your watch list right now?
I got into you and I got into Costco. So I bought one call
Costco.
of
Costco.
Costco for I think October
October
something.
2nd.
October 2nd, yeah.
I love Costco.
Um Costco, man, they put up some news about how they had strong August sales, right?
Hmm.
They're basically prepping up the investors. Oh, just wait, just wait. There's gonna be more.
We're gonna
So
give you a
you're
quarter you've
buying.
never seen.
Yeah. So what I'm doing right now, what me and Nico are doing right now, we're buying the rumor and selling the news. Then when the news drops, that's when we sell it. Okay, and hoping that it's going to be a green and positive one. So yeah, Costco's one. Tesla, I'm going to continue to add on to my position. As a disclaimer, I'll tell you guys right now, I have 40 shares at 492 average. I bird box the hell out of this one.
Bird
So
back.
we created the term bird box. That's when, if you guys have seen the movie, you put a blindfold and you put a blindfold and you just go for it, right?
Bird back.
So that's what I did. I put on a blindfold and I just purchased Tesla at its highest, which is whatever. It's a long term investment for me. I do see Tesla as a 1 trillion market cap company, and I think they're going to own a lot of things in the future in our generation. In my opinion. So I think they're just getting started. But those are the top two things that I'm watching, and also NIO.
Hmm.
Because guess what,
Hmm.
guys? So we're gonna since it's September, we're gonna be talking about Battery Day probably for the next few weeks because it's September 22nd. Um, It's going to be a hype play for Neo and Tesla for sure. Those are the top two contenders in that space. So I like those positions. What about you? What you got for your watch list?
So my watch list for the week, DocuSign. I'm super bullish on DocuSign. I am gonna be looking for an entry point for DocuSign. Amazon. I think Amazon is the next bird box. There has been rumblings of a potential stock split. Just remember, guys, that these CEOs are paid off of the performance of the stock. I'm pretty sure that big old bald headed Jeffy had a conversation with Papa Elon and Tim Cook, right? They had a conversation. I'm pretty sure that they've shared how much they've made off of the stock splits. And I don't know, dude. I'm just saying this. Don't pin me on this, but I am predicting a 10 for 1.
10 for 1? I'm doing a 30 for 1.
30 for
Imagine
1.
Amazon. Imagine Amazon doing a 30 for 1 split. And I mentioned that in
You
episode I
did.
think 3 or 4. We're still putting a lock on that one
It's
because
a hammer lock.
I do believe they're gonna do like a 30 to 1 split. I don't know. Who
Yeah,
knows?
I believe that too. And one thing that we haven't really talked about on this pod, and John's told me about this for a while now, but I'm actually doing some more research on it. Slack. Ticker symbol WORK.
RK.
Get some work in. So Slack is like Discord, but for companies.
Yep.
Right? Your boss would rather send you a message, an IM, rather than call you. I know that's the normal way of communicating right now. They report earnings on Tuesday.
This Tuesday, right?
This Tuesday. So I'm very bullish on Slack. Looking to get into that. Probably going to do a lot more research in the next couple of days. Costco, as we spoke about earlier, right? Costco is one of those retail plays that is good to have in your portfolio as a hedge with all the tech that's selling off. And I've seen that Costco throughout this whole tech thing. I mean, it did dip because everybody sold off, but we're back to normal levels. I'm up on that. Still Tesla forever, man. Battery day is upon us, and we bird box Tesla. I added to my position for Tesla. My current
How many shares do you have now?
Audi.
We have the same
We have the
amount,
same,
but not the average.
My average price for Tesla is 426. 426, my guy. 426.
Mine's 492.
426. So and I'm still in Apple. I think I'm holding on to Apple long term here. We have the new iPhones that are about to drop. Just the shares though. I don't want to mess with the volatility right now with calls. And just as a disclaimer, a couple of more positions that I want to talk about is Microsoft.
Yes. Can I add on to that?
Yeah, please.
Because I think you mentioned Microsoft, that they're going to put out some news, right? But don't forget, TikTok is still on the table. Okay. Even though there's a lot of rumors about Walmart getting into it, Oracle's getting into it. Who else? Twitter. Who else?
Everybody. I'm in it. I
everyone.
want to buy TikTok. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't even. Amazon might buy TikTok,
right?
Cash.
You know, easy.
Yeah.
I think TikTok on the Amazon Web Service platform is a beautiful marriage, anyways.
Dude, don't give him ideas, man. They're probably listening to us. Like, I want to get paid for this, idea. Like,
think about it, right? What kind of cloud service right now has the capacity to do that? There's a reason why Amazon is $3,000 per share. $40 billion run through AWS. That is 12%. 12% of their overall portfolio.
Damn. All right.
Right? I think it's a good deal. I mean, also in Neo, just with John here, but majority of my portfolio is tech, and I think we're primed for a nice solid bounce. But be prepared for that Tuesday. Tuesday will tell us where it's gonna go. I feel Tuesday is gonna tell us where it goes. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and then when we come back, we'll have our special guest that will validate a lot of our positions for us.
For sure.
All right, guys, we'll be back in a bit. Welcome back to the Trading Daddies podcast, the only show that will not guarantee you guys $7 million in returns for spending $500. We do real life experiences up in this piece. We have a special guest right now. Teflon John, please introduce your guest.
Hey, so we're joined together with Zach here. He's been a longtime friend, and obviously he's with Tesla right now, currently. And Zach, take it away.
Yeah, with Tesla right now, of course, all my statements are opinions of my own. I just get privileged to be a paid enthusiast about the electric revolution.
Nice.
So, can I ask a question before we go into the line of questioning? This sell-off scared me. Please validate my Tesla positions.
It's giving you an opportunity to buy more.
There you go.
I like that.
Are you okay now, Nico?
I feel better. I could breathe again.
You can breathe again. Well, I have a worse. I have 40 shares at 492, so I should be more worried than you. You have a nice average.
Dude, I bought 2 calls right for October 2nd, and I took like a pretty massive loss on that, and it's now finally bouncing back. But thank you for validating that, and I'm happy.
Thank you for validating that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
All right. Hey, Zach. So I know you're. So let's get into it. So I want more reassurance, right?
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
So the big thing is, we have this tech phase right now, right? Everybody's been getting into it. There's, everybody's working from home. We're doing some pretty wild things, but we have this opportunity with all the technology that we have to get in on it. It only makes sense, honestly, at this point in time. It only makes sense that there was going to be a red market day. And thank goodness, because that was a great day for me. I put in a lot of positions. I'm really excited for the future. It's all about where do we see ourselves in the whole scheme of things. And obviously Tesla's at the very forefront of so many different industries. And the best part is it's not just Tesla. Like I said, I get the opportunity to be a paid enthusiast, and there's so many voluntary enthusiasts. It's when you get into that kind of mission, there's so much more to it. It's you, it's me, it's my family and my friends who all get to hear about these amazing technologies and these amazing ideas that we have. There's so much more to it. So hang tight. It's gonna get better. It always does.
Man, you have me on the edge of my seat here. So, Zach, main question. Okay, what separates Tesla from the rest of the pack? Because I own NEO shares and NIO. Okay, no offense on NEO, but I think Tesla is a front runner. So tell me more about it.
Yeah. So what makes Tesla different is that we and Tesla themselves have had such an opportunity to create that that movement, that grassroots movement that inspires other people. The whole reason why I went out to California and got the job in the first place is because I was doing a research project at the time for college, and I got moved. I got inspired, and I couldn't help but to try and be a part of it. And I know I'm not alone, because I get to talk to people every single day who are like, I want to get in. How can I help? And they're not employees. They don't get paid to do that.
Yeah.
There's so much more. We inspire. We want to inspire. It's like a virus. We spread, and we hope to spread. We don't want you to wear your face mask
thing,
for
right?
Tesla.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a good EV
it's
virus.
A good thing for Tesla.
Because I mean, I watch a lot of kid shows like kids movies like Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet?
Yes.
Is it a good virus or a bad virus?
It's a
Has to
good
be a good
virus.
virus.
It's a great virus.
Okay.
I hope you catch it.
Hey, the next thing. So we've been talking about Battery Day and how important it is and why it's just big. So tell us more about Battery Day and shed some light on that one.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, I have not been privy to any information in regards to Battery Day. But
Okay.
I get a lot of ideas. Speaking of Neo, right? Or Nio, they had this amazing video concept of what it means to replace a battery in less than 5 minutes, right? And so if this battery day is what everybody's talking about, a 1,000,000 mile battery, the best part about that is the rest of your car is going to fall apart before your battery ever does. So imagine taking your battery, right, using that advancement from Nio, putting it into your next car, but not only that, maybe putting it into the third car from there, and you're still running off those same electric batteries. That's sustainability. That's what we're looking for. And I hope that's what happens. I would love to see that. I would love to be able to put my battery into a sedan and then a van for the next one, or an SUV,
Oh, a
or
Tesla
an
van.
off-road vehicle. I don't know. It'd be
A
great.
Tesla van. I'd love that. I'd love that. I'd love a
Would that
Tesla
be
van.
cool?
Um, I want to know. I'm so curious about. I have so many questions about Tesla. Like, tell me more about Occupy Mars.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Sweet spot right here. The whole reason why I wanted to get into it is because of SpaceX and their mission. For us it's so important as a human race, right? The advancements that we have had from the space industry even thus far. Get your toothpaste. It's in a tube,
Hmm.
right? It didn't
Yeah.
always used to be that way. They had it in tin
Yeah.
cans. But because we had
Yeah.
to
They
go to
did.
space, we needed to find a new way. So with this
It's
with
just
this
more efficient.
Occupy Mars, we even just this week, it's just going to make the human race way more efficient. It's going to make us more advanced. It's going to give us more ideas. And if we can create a self-sustaining city on Mars, think about the entrepreneurial effects that's going to have. SpaceX has even come out saying so much as that we don't want to be the people on the ground. We want to get you there, right? They want to be that transportation. So
Hmm.
people like us, people like all of the listeners here, start thinking of those ideas. How can you benefit from Occupy Mars? And how can you help your friends, your family, your community, and the world on becoming a better place because we are there? That's what we want to start jogging right now, because it is a 20-year plan, right? A 10-year plan, hopefully. But it's now.
Um.
It's in our lifetime.
So Mars is still a ways away, but let's talk about the current tube to LA. How is that project coming along?
From what I
What do you
see,
call that again?
it's going along pretty well. The Boring
What's the
Company?
name of that again? That project?
Oh, the Boring Company.
I don't. Yeah, the Boring Company. From what I see, I would love to go down and take a look at the tunnel at some point in time. But from what I see on you know Jay Leno's Garage, right? That was amazing. And knowing that is a safer, more efficient mode of transportation that will help alleviate that above ground, movement, that's going to open up worlds for us. With less time being spent in the car.
No, where did he go?
No.
No, Zach, come back,
I want
Zach.
to bang myself on the wall.
No. Did he? I hope he didn't freeze. I hope he didn't freeze. Did he freeze?
Fudge. Fudge-sicle.
Fudge cycles. Fudge cycles. We're having technical difficulties with our guest right now. Please bear with us. I think what we should do is dropped off. Man, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him like we have to get him like soon. But we got some good tidbits. If any of you guys listening right now are wondering what's gonna happen next to your Tesla shares, just hold on. Like we said before, we bird boxed it.
Well, I had to hold on to mine because I have a 492 average.
I mean,
Again, as an investor, okay,
yes,
my opinion, okay, I do see Tesla as a 1 trillion market cap. Right now, I think they're at 300 billion.
yes.
So I can 3 times my investment, so which is not bad, I guess.
Definitely. Well, since we are having these technical difficulties, I think we're gonna have to go. You know what I mean? Right? Sadly, we're gonna get him back on to finish the interview one of these days. We do enjoy his time, and we definitely appreciate the time that he set aside for us to go to talk about his passion, right, and his outlook on Tesla as a whole. And I hope you guys picked up a few tidbits from there. But before we go, I just want to remind you guys that we still have a contest to show us your gains. We haven't set a date yet to close that contest. Please, post it on your story, tag the Trading Daddies, and we'll set you guys up for a raffle to a pretty dope prize. Right? I think it's a pretty dope prize. Like, you're going to want to do this. It's a secret. We're going to announce it on the day that we do the raffle, but it's going to be a dope prize, right? Any last parting words, my guy?
Man, that sucks. We were having a great session and then he got cut off, but we'll get him back on the show. It's going to be a short week for us this week. We might have to do a short pod Monday, maybe to prep everyone.
Is he back?
In.
Is he back? Is he back? Yeah! Hey,
my phone overheated.
It overheated. It happens. You know what? You coming back on the show shows us that John finding religion is the best thing on earth. But yeah, we're gonna have to go pretty soon. But any last parting words, Zach, before we go?
I mean, long story short, keep your faith. The faith is there. We're all there. We're in it together. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. Get after it. Keep buying. Red days are good days.
Red days are good days. I like that. Thank you very much, Zach, for your time. Before we let you go, give us 2 other plays that you are going to look into for this week.
So this week, because of the big tech sell-off, I'm going to be evaluating a lot of tickers on where I feel like it's appropriate to jump in. Microsoft is always a great play to keep looking at. It's such a classic stock.
It is.
It's never really done me wrong. I'm going to continue to look at, Zoom. Who knows what's going on with that? With school coming back into play, millions of kids are going to be on Zoom every day. Keep looking into it. Right now, all I see is discounts.
Discounts. We love discounts. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Zach. We really do appreciate it. We hope to get you live on a pod once we all come out of this mess that we're all in. But we hope to see you soon, buddy.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate being here. You guys are fantastic,
so
and I love learning from both of you. It's an endless journey, and I love it.
Awesome.
My brother. Man, I love that guy.
Dope.
It's like every time he speaks, I learn new things.
I know. But the biggest takeaway, guys, keep the faith. Keep the fucking faith.
This is not a religion pod, but today it was.
John found religion.
Bro, someone answered my calls or my question or my prayer. My question.
All of
Is this
them.
gonna recover?
All of them. All of them. All your prayers were answered, bro, and you came out of there scot free. Well, $400 down, but who gives a fuck, dude? I think that's a win. That's a win for everybody,
Yeah.
right? But with now we finally got the final word from Zach. I'm comfortable closing out this pod. Again, contest. Show us your gains. We love each and every one of you guys. We hope to see you guys soon. Once this is all a mess, we'll try to do like a live in-person pod, if anything. But there's more content coming out. We love doing this stuff. This is amazing for us. This has really been an awesome journey. Peace. Peace. All right. Bye, guys.